The Third Carlist War, spanning from 1872 to 1876, was a significant conflict that emerged in Spain during a period of political turmoil and contestation for the Spanish throne. Fought between the forces loyal to the Carlist pretender Carlos VII and the Spanish government, the war had profound implications for the country's political landscape. This article explores the causes, key events, and outcomes of the Third Carlist War. Background: political instability in Carlist movements. In the 19th century, Spain experienced political instability, with competing factions vying for control over the country. The Carlists, a traditionalist faction supporting the claim of Carlos María Isidro de Borbón to the Spanish throne, sought to challenge the liberal and progressive forces that dominated the government. Carlos VII's claim to the throne. Carlos María Isidro de Borbón, also known as Carlos VII, proclaimed himself the legitimate ruler of Spain and garnered support from conservative and traditionalist groups. Carlos VII's claim was based on his belief in the divine right of kings and rejection of the liberal reforms introduced during the reign of Isabella II. Outbreak of the war. The Third Carlist War erupted in 1872 when Carlos VII and his supporters launched a military campaign against the Spanish government. The conflict primarily took place in the northern regions of Spain, where Carlist sympathizers were concentrated. Military campaigns and battles. The war witnessed a series of military campaigns and battles between the Carlists and the forces loyal to the Spanish government. The Carlists, known for their guerrilla warfare tactics, initially achieved several victories, capturing key towns and regions. However, the government forces, led by General Arsenio Martínez Campos, gradually regained control and pushed back the Carlist offensives. International involvement. The Third Carlist War attracted international attention, with foreign powers closely monitoring the conflict. While some conservative and Catholic countries sympathized with the Carlists, the Spanish government received support from other European nations, particularly France and the United Kingdom. Humanitarian impact and atrocities. The war had a significant humanitarian impact, resulting in civilian casualties, displacement, and destruction of property. Both sides were accused of committing atrocities, including summary executions and reprisals against perceived enemies. Conclusion and resolution. By 1876, the Spanish government's superior resources and military strategies began to tip the balance in its favor. Carlos VII, facing increasing difficulties in sustaining the war effort, ultimately agreed to a peace treaty known as the Treaty of Amorbieta. The treaty marked the end of the Third Carlist War, and Carlos VII went into exile. Political and social consequences. The Third Carlist War played a crucial role in shaping Spain's political trajectory. It solidified the dominance of the liberal and progressive forces, paving the way for the establishment of a constitutional monarchy. The conflict also highlighted regional divisions within Spain, with the Carlist movement drawing significant support from northern regions. Conclusion. The Third Carlist War was a critical episode in Spain's history, characterized by political contestation, regional divisions, and struggles for the Spanish throne. While the Carlist pretender, Carlos VII, failed to secure the throne, the war had enduring consequences for Spain's political landscape and demonstrated the challenges of reconciling competing visions of governance. The conflict's resolution marked a turning point in Spain's transition towards a constitutional monarchy and shaped the country's path towards modernization.